So, welcome to my YouTube channel and to my journey. I'm DWK, you can also call me Dennis, and I'm 20 years old and from Germany. I'm in the Imperium Academy, which is a program from Charlie Morgan about business. And my business is I'm being a trader. To be specific, I'm an intraday aim session scalper in Nasdaq. And trading is basically you need to know when to buy and when to sell the market. But this journey actually started when I was 16 years old, where my brother inspired me to make a business and not do a normal job. He gifted me the book Rich Dad Poor Dad to my 16th birthday, and how you can guess, this course brought a lot of second order consequences. So this is my journey to my first million, and I would be a bit disappointed if that's where the journey would already end though. So let's start. I entered the academy on the 9th of November, and why did I enter? I've really struggled with procrastination and bad habits, and Charlie really helped me a lot with that, and I'm extremely grateful. So, what to expect from my vlogs? It will be weekly vlogs, every Sunday, one vlog, and that's where I have my rest day. So work Monday to Saturday on my business, and Sunday I have rest day, and that's where I will record those videos and reflect and bring it to you. Every video will be about one dedicated topic. For example, this one is about reasons why you should start your vlog. And additionally, I will reflect my whole week. I set weekly goals, and we talk about how good I achieved my weekly goals. And yeah, then we go to the main program. We say reasons to start your own vlog. The first reason is a wonderful memory and look back at it. Just imagine you're sitting in a whirlpool, you in a really wonderful penthouse, and you can just watch your old vlogs when you were like 20 years old, struggled, and now you're big and successful, and bet you will have a little bit of tears and goosebumps. That's wonderful. The second one is a bit different. It's to be a builder. Because I have one rest day, and that's on Sunday, and sometimes it can be a bit empty because I don't know what to do when I'm not doing the work. So instead of falling back into old preventing habits, I choose to be a builder. And that's what one of my mentors often mentions in his videos. He says, we as men, we are builders. We came to this world to build something, and it is a God-given ability for us. So I built the whole week on my business, and then I'm mentally extremely exhausted. So then on Sunday I can do something easier, like doing the YouTube videos. They are a bit mentally exhausting, but not that much. And then it's just fun to build something as a man. I really love it, and it's some type of relaxation for me, to be honest. The next point is it's a beautiful opportunity to reflect deeper, because what we all know is, I hope we all know is, if we don't learn if you don't reflect. If you just do, you will never learn something from the actions you took, because you never reflect them, because that's why reflection is so crucial. And if you don't do it, you will miss out on many life lessons. And doing those videos is a beautiful opportunity, because think about it really, you need to write down a script about what are you talking about, tell people what did you do this week, it's just a big reflection and a whole new perspective because you need to present it to somebody else. The next point is actually beating resistance. I know you all know I think you can remember in week 2, Charlie said one action type, one action item was, yeah, I want you to do one cold call now. I was like, what? I'm a trader. I don't do cold calls. But he says, it's just something else. See, you don't want to do it. And actually, just one cold call when you watch this video right now. And it's just resistance because it's just something painful. Then I looked, well, where can I do a cold call? And yeah, I did it. And did it hurt after doing it? No. Did it feel great after doing it? Yes, it felt amazing. I just did it. And that's the same thing here. What happens if we beat resistance? I had resistance when I wanted to start this video journey. I first didn't do it for the first 6 months. Now I'm here, starting to doing it. And if we beat resistance, we go into some type of psychological discomfort, or in other terms, we meet resistance with effort, which means we feel pain. And pain always means growth for us. So we can use this as some type of compass or a pathfinder. Whenever we feel resistance, we're doing it because then we grow. And I'm fucking addicted to growth. I love it. So when I thought about doing this vlog actually today, I had the thought, should I really include my daily planner points? Isn't that a bit too personal? And in that moment, I knew I would want to definitely include them because yeah, it's resistance, so I'm doing it. More growth because it sets even higher accountability. Though my current self didn't like that. Didn't like that idea much, so here I am. So just some easy definition of it, how we can use this compass or this pathfinder of resistance. Whenever an action makes you suffer in the moment, it will make you feel good in the future. And whenever an action makes you feel good in the moment, it makes you suffer in the future. So always do the one that hurts. Next one is quite a beautiful one. Less fear for your loved ones. Me personally, I have a wonderful family. I'm extremely lucky. I'm grateful for them in every way. And it really, really breaks my heart to see all their concerns they have about my future right now. And the sole reason for the existence of fear is not to understand something, because then we start imagining things about it and fear it even more and come up with wild stuff. So this vlog might be an opportunity to give your loved ones a better understanding about what you're doing right now. They may watch it, and sometimes this vlog is something more than just words telling them what you do. And maybe this can flip the switch for your loved ones so they can have more trust in you and you can go back to a healthier relationship again with your loved ones. And that's beautiful. The next point is to help others to suffer less, the beauty of giving. And this idea is actually from my brother Liam. And when I have started with trading 2 years ago, he could immediately introduce me to my mentor, Michael J. Huddleston. So I could instantly start to learn from him. What did he need to do? He searched for him for 1 bloody year to find his mentor. And he basically wasted 1 year of his time. And this just sucks. So he could help me that I don't need to suffer for 1 year looking for a mentor. So he had this paradigm shift, this beautiful one, that his suffering had some meaning because he could help me to suffer less. And I think that's a beautiful idea of it. What does it mean for your vlog? Just imagine one single person clicking on your video that is struggling right now to build their business, and they don't know about Ethereum Academy, and you introduce them to it and change their complete life forever. And just let me ask you one question. Isn't that beautiful? The one you're all waiting for, accountability. Accountability, of course, takes up a huge part. I already mentioned it. And it already served me very well on this journey because my brother and I, we hold us accountable to each other. And it really helps a lot. So, what happens if you are held accountable? You just start to think out of nowhere about your accountability partner. When whatever you do, you need to perform, you need to show him that yes, I'm doing the work, I don't want to fall, I don't want to be left short, don't want to be left behind. And action sets journey. So once you start your YouTube channel, you will have thoughts about the YouTube all the time that you need to do the work so you can present good vlogs that you did the bloody work, make progress. So when you are in resistance, doing old habits or the work you shouldn't do, old addictions come up. You suddenly think, fuck, I need to stop. I need to go back to work because otherwise you can't show off your outstanding results in your YouTube vlog. Why do you think like that? Because we as humans are social enemies. Social animals. So we put a lot of significance into the judgment of others, especially about their judgment about us. And we can use this weakness and turn it into strength to make it a productivity tool. So, for our brain, from an evolutionary standpoint, it is of very high significance that we have high status in our society. Because back then we lived in very small tribes, and when other people had a better judgment about you, you will more likely have a better life in that tribe because if they hate you, oh, and you're on this on a hunt, might get stabbed, not that great. For example, also you have a high chance to get a mate with a high status. It's the same, like it's the same now. So we can utilize this primal way of thinking from our brain to make us more motivated for the work. And now the final one, point 8, invest to manifest. And this is actually the reason why I have decided to start this YouTube channel and my weekly vlogs. So I have noticed, I would say, a pattern. Whenever I made a bigger, irreversible change in my life, or in other words, brought something new in it, it changed my life dramatically. And I've really noticed that in November, when I've joined the PM Academy. I will have the link in the description to it. And I started to implement, I never had routines before. I never planned my day. I never had this real diet, and I didn't journal my workouts. And that's all things that I brought into my life, that some big behavior changes, call it. And whenever I did that, it really changed my life. For example, one really big one was when I started to read books. It's a really big one. And this Wednesday, on the 27th of May, I noticed something really, really big. I came back from a little resistance phase, 2-3 days, and didn't do the work, and suddenly something may click up there. It felt like my brain rewired, and I suddenly start to work like I never did before. I suddenly started to have a work addiction and felt so good. It was such a big relief. And that finally, the compounding I did over the last 5 months of changing my belief systems with my self-transcendence workbook showed real impact. They already did a lot, but now finally having this work addiction, I work right now for the last 4 or 5 days. I absolutely love it. And um, there's I started my second rewatch. I scheduled it for the 12th of May, but I decided to put it a little bit later because it was backtesting right now. And I had this big change right now, this big paradigm, and then I also said, yeah, now I start my second rewatch of week 1 and week 2. And Charlie brought up the vlog in week 1. And it really, really resonated with me because I just saw this pattern that whenever I do big behavior changes or bring something new into my life, that it changed dramatically. So I thought the next irreversible step I would take is creating this YouTube channel and doing weekly vlogs. And I want to make good ones. So I invest into them to manifest my goal. I invest into these vlogs to manifest my goal that this will come. So I make some big behavior change to support my paradigm shift I just had. Everything in alignment. And additionally, I already have ordered the whiteboard. It will be around here, so I will have some notes on there, and the videos will be a bit more visually pleasing. I can go a bit more into detail. And the good part is that this whiteboard will take a good part of my good space, a lot of space in my room, and so I better use it. Maybe it will annoy me. So I just basically made another investment, the investment of this whiteboard, so I manifest those weekly vlogs because I will see it every day there. I will stand there, it will annoy me, and I better do those vlogs. And now, if any of those reasons resonated with you, give it a try and start your vlog. Because what's the worst that can happen? You do 2 or 3 ones and then you think, oh man, I don't want to do it anymore. You delete your channel and that's it. But what is if you try it out and it really resonates with you, gives you this accountability, and you change your whole life with that. Wouldn't wants to miss that opportunity, would you? And with that, we come to the weekly goals that will be at the end of the video. Because that's the first one, we don't have the weekly goals from last week. So I always said the ones for next week I will be working on. So I still have to rewatch 1.7. I have finished it quite yet from week 1. Then I will go into week 2, the mindset 2.1 to 2.5. That's the videos I want to watch. The next thing I want to do is backtesting. For me as a trader, the feeder action is basically backtesting and forward testing. And I'm already still in my backtesting phase, slowly going a bit, shifting that I do a bit of forward testing. But right now I'm really going hard on backtesting because I just had 1 month of education and I'm putting those informations, all the critical information I had, into my backtesting. I want to backtest 5 days, so 1 trading week from Nasdaq 100. I'm right now backtesting 2025, year 2025. I'm in March, and the other thing I want to do is to study my notes, to implement the critical information I gathered from it into my backtesting, into my trading model, and I will most likely talk more about my trading models in the upcoming vlogs. What I want to study is my notes about the Market Maker series. It's 5 videos, and I try to do all 5 videos. Then we come to my daily planner points. All in all, I have 600 points, every day 100, Monday to Saturday, because Sunday is my rest day. And this week I gathered 302 out of 600. And there's a really big win actually. I got 90 points for the first time on one day, and it was amazing. And this time the video doesn't end, because I have a little speech of gratitude, because I just wanted to say thank you to a couple of persons. First of all, my mentors. I'm grateful for my mentors, Michael J. Huddleston, who supports me in trading, for Charlie Morgan for this amazing program and some of his YouTube videos and podcasts, Xian Yi, a Shaolin master that taught me a lot about many great stuff, and Casey Zander about philosophy, about masculine energy. I love him. And I'm extremely grateful for the wonderful family I have. I'm extremely grateful for my brother Liam, who walks this path with me. I'm extremely grateful for my brother Raman, that he starts to invest more into his career too. I'm so proud of you if you're listening to this. I'm so proud. And all the wonderful moments we shared together. I'm grateful for my father, who taught me very, very well and is always there for me. And same goes for my mother, that is always there for me. And that she has trusted me, although all the fear she has for the path I'm walking on right now. And at the end, I wanted just to say I was just extremely lucky. Why? I actually have this from Charlie from one of the podcasts I listened to, and he said, luck is opportunity, and I really liked this definition. I'm just extremely lucky that I got this opportunity to live this life, and I all wish you the best. See you next week.